Hey guys, Dave Kallaway here, and one of my favorite chefs in the universe is right here at NTC. Chef Travis, we wanted to talk about the Culinary Art School that is now all set up here in NTC, and so, Chef, can you just talk about that a little bit, about what's set up at NTC?
Absolutely. So we started a brand new program here, NTC, this last fall. So 2 brand new kitchens, taking in students. We got a full class this fall already. We took in another class in January, and we're going to start another class next fall. So we're teaching them the basics. We're going through all the classic techniques. We want to make sure that they actually know how to cook. We're even trying to do without recipes. Crazy concept.
I know.
Crazy concept. But as a chef, it's more important that you know the technique than it is you can read a recipe. So we start with recipes, and then we're kind of trying to take them away from that as they get more comfortable.
Sure. So what do students expect out of this? When they take classes at NTC here, do they want a job in the restaurant business or just know how to cook better? I mean, what?
Well, I hope they want a job in the restaurant business.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to supply our restaurants, our local restaurants, with qualified cooks.
Right.
So most of our students seem very interested in going into the industry, but not always as a cook. Our food service industry is broad. There's a lot of different sections. We have one student who has a graphic design background, and she wants to go into like food blog, magazine, photo opportunities. You know, like actually like food photography. So she wants to learn the cooking aspect of it to make her better at that other part. So not everyone's going to go be a chef at a restaurant, but I think they're all going to stay in the industry.
That's interesting. I never even thought about that, but it reminds me of Sandra Lee, who's actually from Wisconsin, who's been on the Food Network, and she went and she became a chef. She went through all the training in the universe just because she wanted to be better at it on camera, you know, to talk about it, blog about it, write about it.
Absolutely.
So what an interesting thing.
Yeah, so we have a broad section of students, so we want to give them as many opportunities as we can.
Cool. And my other question I wanted to ask you about is Wisconsin food culture. We obviously have one.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of states that maybe are jealous, you know, that we have such a great and rich food culture. But wanted to ask you about that as far as, you know, we go from fish fries to cheese curds. I keep thinking about all the things that are ours, brats and whatnot.
Brats, yeah.
And
cheese,
cheese
perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. And do you kind of feel like Wisconsin is rising to the occasion, wanting to do more with food, or are they stuck? You know, and
I do. I feel like Wisconsin is we're on the map. We're getting creative. We're getting enthused about trying new things. I mean, you look at just in cheese. Think about like 20 years ago, we made Colby cheddar Swiss, and that was about it.
Right.
And now you have places like Marika out in Thorpe making clove and all sorts of crazy flavors in our cheese and doing really well at it. So I do think our food scene is just rising above to the occasion and going over and over and above, and it's great. It's a great place to be.
Cool, cool. Well, this is really, it's the Scratch the Surface blog today, because I could talk to you all day about food, obviously, but just giving everybody an idea of what's up here. NTC, check into it. You know, at North Central Technical College, the culinary arts setup is amazing. I mean, you got to take a look at it. I mean, they've got beautiful stoves and everything up here. You put it all together, which is great.
They hired me to help design the kitchen, start the program, and now we have another chef and an assistant all helping us. So we have a great culinary team working here. We actually have some culinary continuing education classes coming up soon. So in May, June, and July, we have a little summer series happening. So there'll be a finger food class in May, there's a grilling class in June, and then there's a farmer's market class in July. Each one of us are going to teach one of those classes, so you can meet the whole culinary team if you take all 3. So check out the NTC website. It'll have continuing education on there. You can find out more about that, and I can give Dave some information to post there as well.
There you go. We can do it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Da-da-da-da.